Peace, love, light, and abundance, everyone. It is Liv Nicole here, and happy Freedom Friday. Today, I want to share a message with you, which I think is perfectly ties into what we were talking about last week with how to build discipline and how to earn self-trust. So just piggybacking off of that, sometime last year I was coming home from work and I was having really bad train trouble. I live here in New York. It was a really bad thunderstorm and the trains were all messed up. So I wound up having to get off like 4 or 5 stops before my train stop and walk home in the rain. Not a happy camper. Thankfully, I did have an umbrella though, so that's one good thing. I noticed a group of people coming towards me, pouring out. It's heavy. So initially, I'm thinking, oh, they're running trying to get out of the rain. Naturally, that's what my thought process was. However, they weren't. As it turns out, they kept coming closer and closer. These people were runners. Yes, they were literally running in this rain. And my first thought is, what? Are you crazy? You're gonna catch pneumonia. Why would you do that, right? Now, as I saw these runners coming, that they were running in about 3 waves, right? The first wave of runners were like the typical athlete looking runners, right? How you would imagine an athlete to look. The next group of runners was more of a mixed group. Some folks that looked like they were, professional athletes, and some that looked like, everyday folks. The last group was mostly people that did not look like they were professional runners, but they were still running. A couple of things that I noticed were, one, how committed these people were, that the fact that they were running in the rain and not from it. They were keeping their word to themselves. They were staying committed even when it was inconvenient. So my thought process is, one, once you do develop that discipline in whatever you're trying to accomplish, if you can develop that discipline when it's inconvenient, how much stronger or how much more success will you have when it is convenient? So something that I took away from that is whatever journey you're on, maybe you are a coach or an entrepreneur, or maybe you're working towards that next promotion at your job, whatever that looks like for you, there will be times where you have to run in the rain, metaphorically speaking. There will times where you will have to be committed when it's uncomfortable and when it's inconvenient, just because that goal, that dream, that vision that you have for your life is so important to you that nothing else matters, rain or not. So that was the first takeaway that I had from seeing these runners in the rain. Second takeaway that I had from these awesome group of people, I thought it was very interesting that they came in waves, right? They were about 3 groups that were waves. You would see one group, then you wouldn't see anybody, then you'd see another, like that. So the first group, like I said, looked like the typical runners. They were more so the leaders of the pack. The second group looked like it was about mix. And the last group looked like mostly folks that you wouldn't technically consider a runner, at least on the outside, right? This is just at first appearance, right? The interesting thing about this is, regardless of where they were, what wave they were in, whatever part in their journey, they were fully present in that journey. Whether they were leading the pack, whether they were closing the pack, whether they were in the middle, they were fully present and fully committed to what they came there to do. Despite the fact that it was uncomfortable, that they were running in the rain, it didn't matter. Whatever group that they were in, they were still committed. They all had one goal and one prize, and they stayed committed to that prize. Whatever wave, right, that they were in, whatever group, whatever season, right, that they were in, they were still committed to their prize. They were still committed to their goal, the dream, what they came there to do, which I thought was so absolutely powerful. And in addition to the fact that they were in 3 waves, something else that we can take away from this is, you know what, dismissing that comparison demon. Yes, I called it a comparison demon because that's what it is. It's a stupid little voice that gets in your head that makes you feel like, oh, I'm not as far as this person, and they're so much better at this than me, and all that. Whenever that starts, tell that comparison demon, bye, get out my face. I don't have time for you right now. Just put it in the closet somewhere. Just hush. Just go somewhere with yourself, right? Because it doesn't matter whatever wave you're in, you still have one goal and one prize. And also adding on to that, each wave was not one person by themselves. Now this is a very special word for me because I consider myself a very independent person that needs to learn how to delegate and reach out and collaborate and ask for help. That's the journey that I am on. But I'm learning to reach out when things are difficult, and I'm learning to reach out when I'm excited about things, and all those different factors that come into play. That is to say that regardless of whatever season you're in, whatever wave you're in, whether you feel like you're at the front of the back, the middle, if you feel like you're not running at all, you're not alone. And definitely take honor in the fact that you are not alone in whatever wave, whatever season that you're in your journey. So the third thing that I found really interesting about these amazing group of runners is not only were they committed to their goal when it was inconvenient, not only did they stay focused regardless of whatever part in their journey they were on, but the fact that they were willing to look crazy. So whatever journey you're on, whatever you're trying to pursue, whatever that looks like, whatever new habit you're trying to change, right? You will look crazy. And I just want to encourage you in that. That might sound harsh, but I just want to encourage you in that. Is because every great accomplishment just started as some crazy idea. So I just want to encourage you in the fact that whatever you're going after, whatever change you want to make, whatever you envision your life, as you start to create your best possible life for yourself, at some point you might look crazy, but you just got to keep your eye on the prize anyway and continue to run in the rain. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you did find something that you can relate to, and I know you did, definitely give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe for more positive, good vibe videos like this in the future. Be well. Peace.